We'll be on in a minute, guys. Sorry, I got a little sick. Hey, Elisa, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Can you do the review today? I got a little sick.
It's my turn anyway.
Oh, okay. I thought it was my turn. I thought uh you did on Thursday.
No, I don't think I did.
I thought it was my turn, but it's fine.
It
Thank
doesn't
you.
matter. It doesn't matter. We'll share the duties. All right, folks. Good evening, everyone. Happy Martin Luther King Day. I hope everybody's having had a good holiday if you had the day off. Um, the market was off obviously because of that and also the inauguration. So a synopsis of what happened last week or whatever. Things were kind of on the green side, especially NASDAQ and the S&P 500, as well as the Russell 2000. Dow wasn't that great, but still pretty good because it had been down lately. There's high expectations with this new administration, so things are kind of looking on the green side. As you can see from the board here, the heat map, the tech giants were showing off, especially Tesla, Amazon, Nvidia, and softy, that's what we like to call it, Microsoft. Um, Even the consumer defensives here, utilities, everything was kind of on the green side. Sub healthcare here, you can see Eli Lilly or whatever. They were down about 4%. Visa, 0.75%. So overall, it good, green, uh, green Trump. So for tomorrow, same perspective, you can already see that it's up a lot by 0.61% tomorrow, 0.58 and 0.64, which is kind of high. Oil is down, and the US 10-year. Gold looking down, silver looking up, copper looking down. And that's pretty much it. Palladium. How you say that? Platinum on the red side. Okay. So that's it. That's for the synopsis. So now let's take a look at our favoritos. So the winner of the day was somebody's favorite, all-time favorite here, Intel, and it's on hard buy. So that's interesting. Everything's on hard buy, but so that's weird. But it was up almost close to 12 and a half. Well, it was 12.56% up. Coin, Tesla, NVIDIA, as you saw in that heat map. Even somebody who's trying to learn trade forward here, close to 3%. Amazona, AMD, and Netflix, everything up. Netflix, key point for people out there, it has earnings tomorrow at the end of the day. So for those people who like to trade Netflix, keep that in the back of your pocket. The losers, as I was saying, healthcare. You can see here, Walgreens was down 8%. Open, I heard there were the interest rates were back up again, closer to 7%. Beyond Meat, I used to trade this when I was crazy and didn't know that this was not a real stock to trade. But you can see here, it's in gutter land, well, close to 4.5. In Piton, I still have some of this, but no comment. I'm trying to get out of my bad habits. Slowly, I will perish this and turn a new leaf again. Carvana, Lucid, so you can see all of this Kaka stuff wasn't doing good. We haven't looked at Niketa in a really long time. And interestingly enough, it's at a good buy-in zone level. If it breaks this down, it's going to continue to go down. If it maintains this level here and it does a break off, then yes, it's a good buying zone here. So we had marked this a long, long time ago, even when we didn't know where the buying zones or any or like when we were learning, when I was learning, Leanna pointed out to me that this was a really good buying zone area. So you can see clearly here in the graph, it has touched this 1, 2, 3, and it's going 4 times. So if it breaks down from this, the next level you can see here is $50. So my suggestion to you is to see if it does a little bounce, and that's where you can obviously buy it. If it does a flat bottom breakdown, then just wait for that $50 price and maybe put a notification for that for you guys. Let's take a look. Yeah, it's at 71 and it looks like it did a little hammer here.
I'm gonna put a order in my cash account.
So
So
here it is. There was this little hammer here that it happened on the day before yesterday. So Thursday. There's a little hammer here. So is that a good buying zone? I would not be against anybody testing this or buying this out because it hasn't fallen, but it was a red day for it on Friday. But there's clearly a hammer here that's kind of saying, hey, maybe it's about to stop going up. And clearly when it does the little bounce up, that's when you really want to buy it because that's actually a confirmation that it is going to continue to go up. But yes, it's still a good price. If you're going to get it, get a few test shares. And then once you see that it's really starting to go up, get maybe 50 if you can, whatever you can, no matter the amount. And then wait until you get to, $85. That's my recommend. This is one of those things that you can set it and forget it. Let's see. So you can put that on the notes for people out there. Ah, okay. Intel. So it did a crazy breakout from this bottom zone here, $19, and it's going to continue. This thing is going to go cray cray. I guess people are starting to buy it again. Obviously $19 was the price to get, but it's still not too late because there's this area right here that it could get to. Um, um, Intel, maybe the Trump administration is going to do something well for Intel. Tesla had a little hanger at the end of the day, but it still kind of did a little breakout. I anticipate that this will probably go down a little bit, but with the Trump and everything going cray cray, I think it's ultimately going to continue to go up before it does a little crash. NVDA looking good is at the near the 100 moving average. Let's see if it could continue to go up from here because it's at a good buying zone as well. Because you can see here, every time it reaches this area, it bounces up. Every time it reaches this area, it kind of bounces up. So it's bouncing up from here. You would expect it to do another reject, maybe here, but it could continue, and that's what I say. Amazon. It's been stabilizing here, but you can see also lower highs. It's starting to break out a little bit from here. It was very positive, very strong on Friday. This was one of the ones that we saw on the heat map that it did absolutely amazing. Um, we can take a look at how it looked. And even now, you can see some activity.
put my Nike order in.
hmm And you can see here, it did fabulous. Nikete. So Nike, we'll put that on the notes. Let me put that on the notes for folks out there, Nikete, buying zone, test shares.
I thought I was taking notes.
Oh, I didn't know. Okay, AMD,
What do you mean you
um,
didn't know?
I didn't know. Anyway, this is Netflix. So again, be careful with this. Don't do any trading until earnings are either over because this thing can go either up or down nuts. So that's my recommendation to you. But obviously, it had a good day on Friday. Let's take a look at the QQQs. Right now, it's pretty flat, or it was flat on the post market. There's obviously something wrong with Tradestation because everything's on hard buy, and that's not true. But yes, the QQQ was red. It had a hammer looking up. I didn't think it did the entire break off, but this thing can continue to go up to 540. Let's see if it also breaks this 540 level. But it did bounce off the 100, and it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days in a row kind of going up, and I think it's going to continue. Let's see. We covered that coin. Let's see. We haven't looked at Google in a while. Google, similar to Softy, I would say. It's up here in the sky, moving upward. It's still really far from the moving averages. So if you're considering buying this long term, don't. What you want to do, if you want to do a day trade, yes, you can. It could potentially go above 200, but do it as a day trade, take your money and run type of deal. If you're considering it earning even more money, just wait here till you get to this 175, 171 area zone. So don't buy it. It's too expensive at the moment. Most things are expensive. So one of these days we're going to get a really huge correction. So anticipate that in the back of your mind. So whatever you're going to do, um,
Sorry about Canela.
I don't know. Nothing happened. If you're
I
buying
She
in,
went on video by accident.
I didn't see anything. Um, and I recommend you guys just waiting for the right moment to buy. And if you're gonna do anything, just do it as a day trade. Don't keep anything long term for now because things are gonna be corrected. Okay. And if you're thinking of buying something a little bit long term, just wait for at least 185 area or so for Google. Let me see. What else can we look at? I'll look at Ford for our new fan. Don't highly recommend this, but there's nothing wrong with looking at it on the daily. Um, you can see that this is compared to any other thing that you're looking at, it's in the gutter zone. It's cheap. That's the only thing I can say, but it doesn't really move over $1 a day. So our recommendation is anything less than $1 is not a good stock, and volume that's not over 1 million is a no-no. But you know, it's something that as you go on, you will learn this. But we highly, highly
Just
recommend
follow the rules.
just follow the rules. And this is a no-no. Beyond Meat, car, anything like
As
this.
you progress, you'll understand why later.
Yeah, we're trying
But
to
just
prevent you
follow
from
them
making,
now. We're just
just follow
telling
the
you
rules.
to
Just follow
follow
the
them.
rules.
If you don't, you do it at your own peril.
I'm gonna take a look at this. This is obviously a very expensive stock, but I've always liked looking at it. It's a really good stock. You can see that it's about to do a turn. It's bouncing off this 100. So if you have $3,228.40, I say go for it. This thing has been on a rampage.
Nice hammer.
Yes, it's been on a look at this. This is a rampage of if you got it down here and you still holding it, my bow is to you. My bow is to you. That's all I can say. Obviously, this is a very good stock. It's not cheap. It's you're gonna be making money hand over fist because every time there's a dip, you can see that this is very bullish. So it goes up and it dips, goes up and it dips. This is a perfect example of a bullish trend. And even after COVID, you can see this thing is going just bonanzas. So um, if it gets down here to the 200, obviously get this long term. Obviously this would be even a better zone, a better price. But if it gets down here and you have this kind of cash going around, even if it's just one share, go for it. And get something good. Get something good. Don't get caca. That's all I can recommend from experience and from mistakes. I'm still learning from them. Here you can see that XOM, which is one of those stocks that you should put in your list. It's been bouncing off since this level, 105, ever since December 20th. So it's going up, up, up. It hasn't reached this level yet, but this was obviously a really good trade. It's continuing. It's continuing.
I heard
Um,
that because Biden on his outgoing when he was leaving, he put some more regulations on Russia that
uh,
has brought up oil prices, and from my understanding, he could have done it earlier, but he didn't because he thought it would hurt the economy. But now
mm,
that he's leaving, obviously he doesn't care. And supposedly the Trump administration is going to either continue these tariffs or like push them if Russia doesn't come to the table to stop the war. So um oil could potentially in the near future go up a little bit and continue to come up.
mhm. Disney, just curiosity with me. It's been going down. Don't get it. It's gonna continue. Wait until you get it here, near this 200, but things are crossing over, so this thing could continue to go down. It's not looking good for Disney at the moment. Just get it at the best level that you can, below 100 or below. I'm gonna look at Mansana.
Quick question for you. You have four moving averages on your chart. Can you tell the people how many days is each moving average? This was on the daily chart I was looking at. If you want to explain the 60-minute chart too, that's fine too. But I think you had it on the daily before.
Yes. So the moving averages that we recommend are 20, 40, 100, and 200. So moving average of 20 days, moving average of 40 days, moving average of 100 days, and the 200 moving average. These two are very commonly known in the trading world, especially the 200. I wasn't aware of these until we took the trading class, but these are very common ones, 100 and 200, and these indicate when things are on the cheap or on the expensive side. So obviously this is a really good example of how much from this level, how cheap Mansana, aka Apple, has gotten. This is actually a really good buying zone, and you can see it did a hammer. So it's about to maybe potentially break out. So this is actually one of those stocks that should be definitely on the notes and on the lookout for all of you this week. Um, it it was about to break down to a flat bottom, but what it did is it did kind of a mini reversal on Friday. This is very good. This will shoot, it could shoot up for a couple of days up. So please consider this area to buy Apple, okay? Because it's telling you, okay, we've had many, many days or even a couple of weeks going down. It's about to do a little bounce on this average.
Just a
So yeah,
side note, 100 and 200-day moving average are usually used on the daily, and then 20 and 40-day moving average are generally used on like a weekly, I'm sorry, um 60-minute, like an hourly
yes.
or
I
a
should just
minute
have,
a chart.
yeah, like here. Um, so yeah, Apple was a good one. Let me see. Let's look at Meta. You can't type Massachusetts, MA. I hope where everybody's at that they didn't get too much snow and that they were able to shovel and all that stuff. Okay, so here is Metalicious. Is far away from the 100, is really far away from the 200. It's near the 20 and the 40. It did a hammer up. However, there's a line right here, little like resistance zone up here. Okay. If it breaks out from there, it could continue. But at the moment, it hasn't. broken. Every time it gets up there, it kind of rejects it. Okay. But it's near this area, but I find this still kind of expensive. So if you're thinking or considering buying this long term, don't. Um, I would say just wait till you get to 540. Because this is an expensive stock, but it's a really good one. Even if you don't like social media, even or whatever, um, Facebook, whatever you want to call it, this thing is amazing because this thing, as you can see, historically, it's just on a rampage. This is, I wouldn't say it's like Azo, but it's very close. It's just very, very excellent to consider trading. And you may say, oh my God, this thing is so expensive, but it's better to get 2 shares of this than, let's say, 100 shares of some stupid stock. If you get 3 or 4 of these, you're gonna make money somehow or no matter what. But if you like, oh, I'd rather get 50 a Ford or 100, then it's you're not gonna make any money. You're actually gonna end up losing. Okay, so that's Meta. We talked about Netflix. We talked about Manzana. We talked about XOM, Softy, and Google. I think let's look at the SPY real quick because that's an indicator of the market and QQQ, and then we'll call it a day. So it looked like it did a little hanger on Friday or the SPY, but it kind of did a little break off the level here. So um let's see what happens because there's a lot of high expectations in the market overall. And there's also a little area here that it has to break off before we can say, hey, this thing is going to continue going on its rampage. So hanger, it did on Friday, sort of. Um, High expectations with Trump media and Trumpo. Um, it's not anywhere near the moving averages. So again, be prepared for it could go down as well. And if it gets to this level, buy it and this level. Okay. Let's look at the QQQs. It's probably the same thing.
FYI, Trump has a new crypto coin called Trump coin. And it was at 50. Last time I checked, it was at $71. And they have a 3-month lock-in period, the first lock-in. So if anyone's interested, it'll probably go up for 3 months before they get out of it.
But as a side note, yes, but don't be if you're new to this, don't be
Oh
getting it.
yeah, this is all caca. By the fact that it's cryptocurrency, fake cryptocurrency, and it's not even Bitcoin. This is just all like this is kind of like play stuff, like this is not serious. Oh, about trading. This is fake stuff that I'm talking about now. It's just funny because it's just funny. That's all because it's fake. But this is all fake. You will lose your money if you get into it, especially if you're new.
You can consider getting into that like
If you
this.
buy
Let's
one
say,
share, just get out. Let's go self-educate yourself. But I'm just saying that it is available if you
okay, good.
want to waste
Yes, if you're
money.
going to get into any of that, don't. But if you do, just take that money as like, okay, it's not serious money. It's just like I'm going to buy a hot chocolate type of money. And
It's like you took $100 and went to the casino.
yes, that's what it's like you
When
want to
we
buy
talk
hot
about
chocolate
this,
or
we're
you
talking
gotta
about trading
yes.
and making money real time. My side note about the Trump coin cryptocurrency, that's all fake. It's kind of like, hey, you want to go to the casino for one day. That's all it is.
And any trade and any again, and we just want to help you guys out. Anything that's not considered real in terms of what we call trash stock, instead of calling it caca, just get out. Just get out.
Yeah,
If you
we'll
get
try to
in, just
remember to tell you that. But a lot of times I will bring up stuff just because it's in the news or
yes.
in the financial news.
Okay.
Ah,
A side note for all the new traders as well, please consider watching Trader TV Live. It's a really good show in the YouTube. We highly recommend this platform to use. They trade all day. They give you really good information on the market. Um, and yeah, consider that as well for more for the new traders out there. But start one step at a time. Don't go into anything crazy. Just do one stock at a time. That's what we can say. Start with something like Apple, or if you don't want to spend too much money, then start with Bank of America. Okay, just start with that, and you will do good. Bito is one of these stocks that is also out there. It's an ETF for coin. It's it's another one that is out there. But basically that's it. To give you a recap, again, things were really, really on the green side. So you may see a little negative pullback mañana, tomorrow. But based on this information right here, it looks like it's gonna be green. I hope you guys had a successful and happy holiday. We can also, moving forward, we can also do a little bit of news like we used to do. Some people used to like that. And maybe we'll do that a little bit to just not be so focused on so many tickers. Maybe we can do a little bit of informative news. And that's basically it. I hope you have a very successful week in trading. Keep it real, manage your risk, give a like, give a subscribe, put any tickers you're interested in. We will give you our recommendation where we give you the thumbs up, thumbs down. But we're not going to tell you not to trade it. You should trade it if you really want to, but we'll say here are the pros and cons, and just make sure you manage your risk. Have a good one, and take care of yourselves. Peace out.
Notes, we have Nike as an option, or buying the stock. Take a look at that. Is that a good buying zone? It looks like.
Absolutely.
AZO, AutoZone, potential option. It is an expensive stock. But there was look like a nice hanger there.
You mean
I'm sorry, hammer.
hammer? Mm-hmm.
And then XOM, potential for long based on some new tariffs that came through. It could be short term, but it is a short potential. Like and subscribe. Thank you
Wait,
very much.
one more note, guys. Also, Apple, it was at a good buying zone, so take a look at that.
Bye, guys.